Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. We have some nice Tai Chi to get us started, just to bring us into that present moment, to clear the mind, to start to gently warm up the body and focus a little bit on balance. We're going to be working on part the wild horse's mane today. Also, for strength training, I have 3 different sizes of hand weights. I want you to experiment with some different workloads for our strength training today. It's okay if sometimes you go a little bit lighter than you normally do, as well as go a little bit heavier. What we don't want to do with the body is always do the same thing, right? We want not to always do the same workload for the same exercise because the body adapts very well to the stimulus that we give it. And if you do the same thing every time, you'll hit a plateau with your strength, with your conditioning, and we won't see any improvements. So always think about changing it up a little bit with what you're using at home for your weights. I have a chair as we're going to be working some balance a little bit, and I want you to be able to use the top side of the chair as well as the bottom side of the chair to have a different sense of where you're at for balance. So let's start. Let me get some music rolling. Let's just start in wide Wu Chi. So we'll take our feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Soften your knees. Just close your eyes for a moment and bring your awareness to your posture. And just notice if there's anything you can change to make your posture better. And the first thing I think about doing is pulling my shoulder blades back a little bit and pulling my abdominals in a little bit, lightly tucking the tailbone under to feel that nice solid core connection. And maybe you can make your head feel like it's a little bit higher up off of your shoulders. If you'd like, you can keep your eyes closed for a little bit, or if you're feeling a little bit of a loss of balance, you can blink them open and just shift your body weight over to one side and then the other. And this range of motion can be a little bit hard for me with my knee. I'm feeling a lot of bone on bone right here. So if you want to take it deeper, you certainly can. I want you to bend your knees the amount that feels okay for you. And as you go over to the left, bring your right hand up and just open it out. Look toward your hand. And as you go to the right, bring your right hand up and open it out. And then Tai Chi really becomes a fluid, flowing movement where one movement just blends into the other very smoothly. We'll start to dip the opposite arm down underneath. And we're thinking about moving mindfully. So slowly thinking about all the parts of our body. And just breathing whenever it feels right for you to take an inhale and to exhale the breath. So notice when you're going over to the left, this is like left ball with the hands. As you're going to the right, it's our right ball position with the right hand on top. Now, next time we come to the right, find your balance on your right foot and step your left foot into tap. We'll step out on that left diagonal a little bit, striking the heel, and part the wild horse's mane. From here, take your left hand, sweep it underneath, your right hand comes on top. As we come back into right ball. Step out, part the wild horse's mane. Look at the palm of your left hand. Take that left arm down, and we come back in. Now there's a nice rotation ahead of this movement. So preload to the right, a small amount, and then step out and part the mane. Now, usually this is done from one foot to the other in our form, but there's a little bit more balance involved if we continue to step back into that foot. I want to challenge you to keep your left foot off the floor when you step into right ball. Lift it up. Then step out, part the wild horse's mane, and lift the foot up any amount. Let's do 3 more on this side. And 2. One more time. Then step back out to wide Wu Chi and start to switch your hands from left ball to right ball. And this is the form waving hands like clouds. Now, next time you come to the left side, you'll step the right foot into tap. We're in left ball. Adjust your orientation. We'll be stepping out, striking the right heel, part the wild horse's mane. Then this right hand's going to sweep down. The left arm comes up on top. Left ball. Add your preload. Twist to the left. Step out. Shift your body weight into that right leg. Sweep the right arm down. Tap the foot. Then when you're ready, working on your balance, we'll keep that right leg lifted. Now it's so difficult sometimes on one side versus the other because our balance can be a little tricky on one side. So take your time. Or if, like me, you have a knee issue, that might cause a problem with your balance or being able to shift your body weight. 2 more on this side. Last time. Step back out into wide Wu Chi and waving hands like clouds. 2 more each side. Try to lead a little bit with your side body. So take your rib cage and extend it out. Now just open both arms. Take a breath in and exhale down. Nicely done. Okay, we need 1 hand weight, moderate or heavy, and I need you to have your chair available so you have access to both the top section and the bottom section for balance. I'm going to pick up my heaviest weight, my 8-pounder today, and I want you to hold it in your left hand. Stepping on your right foot, you've got the chair in front of you. Stand in single leg stance with your left knee lifted. Reach this right arm up. Then as you come forward, extend your left leg back And bring your hand wherever you want to keep it on the chair, the top part or the base of the chair. Hold here, lightly touching the chair, and then when you feel you have your balance to come back up, try to release it. Come back up to that single leg stance. Now you can have your hand on the chair here. Let's do 5 of these. Reach the leg back behind. Balance. You can also do this without a hand weight in your left hand. And come up. 3 more. I'm already feeling the work in my right lower leg, big time, in my right hip. There's a lot of stabilization going on in those muscles. Super slow. You might get more than 5 because I'm going pretty slowly. Whatever the number feels great for you. Here's 4 for me. And I've got 1 more on this side. Really good neutral spine. Come back up. Hold your single leg stance. Breathe. And release it down. All right, switch the weight to your right hand. Stand on your left foot. I'm going to need more help here with balance. That's okay. Right knee up. Nice long spine. Get your posture really secure. And your core connection will hinge forward. The right leg goes back. Level off your hips. Your standing knee has a slight bend to it. And then let's come up. So you're looking forward at the wall when you're all the way up. And then you're taking your gaze with you as you come down, looking right down at the seat of your chair or to the floor. Pull it up. Really controlled. 3 more. Just what you need for balance. Try not to really grip what you're using to help you. 2 more. These are really important for me to keep my legs strong before knee surgery. I don't want to not do anything, you know what I mean? But I've got to really be conscious of what I decide is okay to do these next 2 months. All right, that's the last one. Hold it. And come on down. All right, slide that chair out of the way. Ooh, I feel that really a lot in that lower leg. So I want you to select a weight that you can do a bicep curl, but a little bit on the challenging side. So I'm going to stay with my 8. So this is an exercise that we did last week, if you were with me. We did a curl, then we rotated out and came down. So I just want to review. Because we're going to advance this a little bit today. Of course we are, Lisa. You're not surprised, are you? Okay, so when I add a squat with this, you guys can go as deep as you want. I'm going to do a baby one. But I want you to squat down a little as you curl. Keep the hand on the left side where it is, and as you stand up, open this right arm out. And then as you squat, it's going to come back into position. As you come up, the left one's going to go out. Go down, move the right one, come down, move the left one. So the one that's not moving is getting some nice stationary contraction, which is called isometric. So now I want you to turn your body the direction your arm is moving out. So you're going to slightly rotate this open and look that way. Rotate to the right. Now I'm going really slow to teach the movement to you, but if you want to start to go a little quicker, you can. And I'm keeping the elbows in pretty close to my rib cage. We're getting that rotator cuff to activate. If the weight starts getting a little heavy, just drop your resistance down and keep going if you can. Let's do one more on each side. And then right down into your last squat and come up. Great. Okay, now a workload that you can lift your arm forward. This is going to be too heavy for me. So I'm going to go down from my 8s to my 5s. We have the exact same movement now with the shoulder instead of the rotator cuff and the bicep. So what I want you to do is bring your arms forward. Your right one goes out. And then when it comes back up, the left one goes out. So one's holding at the top, right? If this is too much for you, go back to the exercise we just did with the bicep curl. Now let's add the squat. So come down, open out, come down, open out. If you're ready, add a little bit of a twist as you're opening out. Keep the other arm straight forward. Now my 5s are getting too heavy for this. So you guys keep going. I'm going to go down to my 3s. All right. I wish I had some 4s. I think 4s would be perfect, but these 3s I think are going to be good. Let's do 2 more each side. Not too high with the arms. They're slightly lower than your shoulder level. 1 more each side. Then finish down into your squat and just rise up. Wow. Okay, back to heavy weight to work the upper back. We'll take this movement and hinge it forward in our dead row position. Take your right arm, pull it back, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Your left arm, 3, 2, 1. Right side. Left side, 3, 2, 1. Keep alternating. You can start to add a little bit of a turn with the body. So you're pulling that shoulder up. Tiny pulses at the top. Looking over the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Knees are slightly bent, so you're not feeling this in your low back. My weights are staying close to my rib cage. 2 more on each arm. One more each arm. Now stay squared, both arms at the same time. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 6 more reps. Now this music tempo is pretty good for this, but if you need to go slower, feel free to do that. 3 more. Neutral head position, neutral spine. 1 more. Slowly pull back up to stand. All right, easy deadlift. We come down, up, down, and up. Now make sure you're not rounding your back to bend over. It's about moving your pelvis back, shifting your sitting bones back behind you so your spine itself doesn't move. It's really neutral. This is called the Romanian deadlift. It starts from the top and we just come right about to your knees. 5 more reps. Working the hamstrings, the posterior chain. The back is your stabilizer. 2 more, strong core. 1 more. And roll your shoulders back. Select a weight you can do an upright row. I know my 8s are going to be a little heavy, so I'm going to drop down to my 5s for these. And make sure you're bending your knees when you pick your weights up and down off the floor and you're not using your back. So we're going to pull the elbows out as the weights come right up the body. Pull out. So think more about out rather than up. If we think about lifting our arms up, then our shoulders are going to go up. So think about pressing your elbows out to the side. Now for a little bit of balance, see if you can lift your heels up as your arms come up. Heels up. Notice how that throws your body weight forward. So you have to make an adjustment in your core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now no toe raise, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1, lower down. So what I want to do is to reverse the heel raise. So as your arms are lowering down, that's when you're going to lift up on your toes. So it's right here. 3, 2, 1, come up. 3, 2, 1, come up. Let's try this 1 arm at a time to challenge balance. 3, 2, 1, up. Yes, it did. Because your body weight's just slightly off the center as you're lifting your toes up. 2 more on each arm. Good. 1 more. And the left. And relax. I came up too soon. All right, roll your shoulders out. Now, if it bothers your shoulders to do an overhead press, then you're just going to go back into your upright rows for a second set. Otherwise, keep your elbows down, but pivot your weights right above your shoulders. We're just going to come up to the forehead. 2, 1, and down. Up, 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 and down. Now, if you want to add some balance as you lower your arms right above the shoulders, lift up the heels. Good. So we're pulsing right about at the mid-range. Not too high. If we pulsed with the arms all the way up straight, wouldn't give us a lot of workload there. Let's try one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So the shoulder that you're not moving is still getting a little bit of work, right? Because you have your elbow up a little bit. If the balance work is just getting too challenging for you to think about, don't worry about raising up. 2 more on each side. One more each side. And then flip those weights back down. Roll your shoulders. Okay, check and see if this weight's okay to open your arms out to the side and back down with bent elbows. If it's too heavy, go ahead and go to lighter workload. Now this time for balance, we're going to stand on our left foot, pick the right foot up off the floor, lateral raise for shoulders. I'm going to give you the option just to continue with this nice smooth pace, or you can add the triple pulse. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Either one is okay. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Now keep this foot in front that you're standing on, the left foot. Step back with your right, push your heel down, hinge forward a little bit, bring your elbows up, and do a tricep kick back, straightening your arms to the back and in. So your elbows are staying up behind you. That's activating the shoulders. As we straighten the arms, we get the tricep to really kick in. Now, 3 pulses is a challenge, but if you want to try it, let's give it a go. It's a tiny movement. 3, 2, 1. 3. Try not to swing this. It's really controlled. You can leave the pulse out. Let's get 4 more. Scoop your abs in. Make sure you're breathing. 2 more. And rest the arms down. Okay, we have 1 more set of shoulders. Now we're standing on the right foot. Elbows are bent any amount. And we raise up and down. We can pick the foot up off the floor for balance. And again, you can stay with this smooth tempo or try the triple pulse. 3, 2, 1. Good posture. You can tap your big toe down if you need it a little bit for balance. Good job. Anytime you need to take a break, relax and come back in. We have 4 more. Tiny, tiny pulsing movement, little, little ones. One more. And come down. So the foot that's up, that one's going to step behind into your lunge. Bending your front knee a little bit, bring the elbows up and straighten the arms back and bend in. Make sure you're not swinging the weights forward to start this, because it's just going to give you momentum and take some of the effectiveness out of the exercise. Okay, we can stay with this smooth movement or try the triple pulse. 3, 2, 1. Really brace your core. Let's shoot for 4 more. It's going to be tough. 3, 2. Ooh, I'm losing it. 1 more. And release it down. I don't know about you, but my arms are telling me I need a bit of a stretch. So let's take it. Release your weights down. Take your arms out, palms up. Pull your arms back to open your chest. Then bring your arms forward. Turn your thumbs down. Push back. Just really elongate those biceps, fronts of the shoulders. And bring it forward. Take a hold of the right arm, pull it across your body, look right. Look front open. Bring the left arm across your body, hug it in. Look left. Bring it open. Hands come behind your body. Open up the chest. So we have a good set of strength training down on our backs, on our mats. If you want to use your chair to support your feet up in tabletop, then get that ready. Make sure you have all your weight selections close to you so you can grab them. I like to set them one on either side of my mat here. We'll probably need your heaviest ones for chest presses and then your lighter ones for flies. We also have another set of triceps down on the mat here as well. All right. So I'm going to take my heavy ones and bring them down with me. That way I don't have to try to get them once I'm on my back. That can be a little bit straining for the shoulders. Okay, so with the lower body, your feet can be on the mat. Your knees can be up in table, or you can set your legs on your chair. Now make sure when you hold your weights up, they're not over your face. Sometimes we put them there because we want to see them. Your arms are down over your heart, over your chest. Weights are parallel. Softness through your elbows. We'll bend the right arm. Take your elbow down to the mat. Press it back up. Now the left. And it's okay if you lightly tap the floor just to know where you're at. You also don't have to go down that far if you don't want to. And the breath, we inhale to bend, exhale to press up. You can also add anything with the lower body that you want to do for core. Maybe it's a single leg extension. So I'll give you guys that option to add anything in. Now we can stay with this smooth tempo, or we can do a little triple pulse at the bottom of the press. 3, 2, 1, push it up. 3, 2, 1, push it up. So notice the arm that's up kind of gets a rest, right? So you can keep doing it this way. Or instead of the arm being up in between, you can have both arms at the bottom. So I'm going to do one more. And then I'll demonstrate that. Bring your elbows both down, not quite touching the floor. Feel the work here in the muscles, and you'll take the right arm halfway up and pulse it. 3, 2, 1, come back down. Now the left. 3, 2, 1. And I'm not pushing it all the way up. I'm right about mid-range doing that little pulsing action. The arm I'm not moving is working just to hold it in place. So either technique is good. I want you to pick the one that works for you and your shoulders. Let's get 2 more on each arm. 3, 2, 1. I'm feeling it. 1 more on each arm. This is definitely a lot harder to stay at the bottom. Last one. And relax. Now you can touch your elbows all the way down and very carefully set those weights next to you. Now, before we pick up your lighter ones, just take your arms up, open them out with a soft bend in your elbows. And then when you close them in, don't come all the way together. I want you to just, if you look at your hands, imagine you have a big beach ball in your hands. And when you bring your arms together, you're only going to come maybe about 3/4 up. This is going to keep some workload in the muscle. All right, let's try that with our hand weights, your lighter pair. So when you start, open your arms out a little wider than your shoulders. So you feel a little bit of work at the top. Knees can be in table or on your chair. Abs engaged. We'll open out slowly. Come up 3/4 of the way. Out 3/4. Now, if you're getting tired, you can come all the way together because that's going to give you a little bit of a break. Otherwise, keep some solid workload for the whole exercise. Now let's try one arm at a time. So the right arm will go out 3/4 the way up. The left arm goes out 3/4 up. So we can do this just like the last exercise. The arm that isn't moving is more at the top, or we can reverse that, and the arm that isn't moving is out toward the bottom. So let's try that for an example. Open your arms out to your bottom range. Your right arm's going to come 3/4 up and back out. Left arm 3/4 up and out. 3 more each arm from either position. Make sure you have a little bend in your elbows. 2 more each arm. One more each arm. This is getting challenging. Then close your arms all the way up, slowly, slowly. Ooh. All right, you're going to bring them level again, not over your face, right in front of your heart. Parallel weights. Bend your right elbow. The weight's going to come right toward your right ear. Then straighten it up. So same concept. The arm that it's not moving really isn't getting any work because I'm keeping it at the top. If this is the best for you, that's great. You're going to stay with this. But if you want to try a little bit more challenge, then the arms will start from the bottom. So if you want to come with me, we'll bring the arms down. They're both right next to your ears. Your elbows are up. We'll push the right arm up, come back down next to your ear, push the left arm up, right next to your ear. And again, once you have it, you can add some extra core work if you want. Single leg extensions are always really nice. Or double leg extension if you have that strength in your abdominals. 3 more each arm. Breathing, 2 more. Exhale to push it up. One more each side. Then press both arms up slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release those weights next to you. Take your arms out to the side like a T or like a goalpost. If your arms don't touch the floor, then bring them in a place where they will touch the floor, just so you get a little relaxing through those muscles. Okay, for your core set, you can still have your feet up on your chair if you're using that. Feet can be on the ground or knees in tabletop. Bring your fingertips to gently support the back of the head. We'll lift the core up, turn right, and come down. Up, turn left, and down. Up, turn right, and down. So there's 2 separate movements. We have the lift, then we have the turn. 6 more. Up, turn right. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Okay, if your legs are up on your chair, take your right leg and just extend it out above the chair. You can also be here in table, or your left foot can be on the ground with your right leg extended out. Bring your fingertips back behind the head. We'll bring the right knee into the chest as we rotate toward that knee and then back out. In and out. This is fine as well. In and out. Or relaxing your left foot on the chair. Any speed that works for you. Two more reps. One more. Relax your head. Same thing with the left leg. So right foot can stay on the ground, stay on your chair, or knee and tabletop. Left leg is extended. Fingertips behind the head. We come across and out. across, and out. Exhale to bring it in. Inhale away. 5, 4. I feel a burn in the belly. 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees right into your chest. Okay, hip bridging. You can leave your feet on the chair for your bridges or down on the floor. And I'm going to grab my chair really fast because I really like hip bridges with my feet on the chair. I feel a lot more work. So I'm going to bring my feet up here. So we have those knees bent about 90 degrees if you're on your chair. Feet are down flat if you're using the floor. And we'll lift our hips up and down. If you haven't tried this on a chair and you don't have one today, at some point, I want you to try these using a chair and just notice the difference in the activation of those hamstrings. Sometimes can be pretty intense. I'm not coming up super high. And working those hamstrings is really important for health of the knees. Let's get 4 more. Lift up. And 3. 2. Hold this last one up. Just breathe. 10, 9, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and come down. All right, let's go right into a hamstring stretch. So extend your right leg up. You can hold behind the thigh or use your yoga strap. We're going to be here for 60 seconds on this right foot. So let's take our ankle and flex and point for 1 minute. We talked about last week doing 60 ankle pumps. Not sure how many we're going to get in 1 minute. I think 1 minute's a good number. Make these kind of vigorous. You can go at a pretty fast pace here. You're not going to hurt yourself by moving quickly through this joint. Let's see, we have 20 seconds. Woo, feeling that burn. 10 seconds. Yowza. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, flex that foot, bring it across the opposite thigh, and bring both knees up to your chest. You can actually sit your foot on your chair and just relax and get a good stretch. And I want you to take your left hand and you're going to put it on the top of your foot and push down. So I've got my hand right here, and I want you to give yourself a stretch on the top of your foot and just hold it. That's going to help you stretch out that area we just worked in the ankle pumps. Couple more breaths. All right, release that. Your right foot comes down to the floor or on your chair. Extend your left leg up. I'm going to look at my clock here. Okay, ready. 1 minute ankle pumps starting now. Really emphasis on the flexing toward you. Not as much on the point. I want you to emphasize the flex, flex, flex. Really activating this muscle right in front of the lower leg, through the top of the ankle. Oh my goodness, we're halfway. I think these are going to be really good too, just to keep this knee strong, to activate those muscles in the lower leg below the knee. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex that ankle, bring it across. Bring the knees up toward you, or put your foot on the chair. Take your right hand across the top of your arch and gently press down. Man, it's amazing how much that burns. Must be something we need to do every day. It's amazing how long we've been doing LisaBug classes, and then we find something else we can work on. It's just never ending what we can work on, isn't it? It's, we just got to keep going, keep the body moving, keep challenging ourselves in different ways all the time. 2 more breaths. All right, how are we doing on time? Oh, good. We've got time to pump both ankles. Oh, you're probably mad at me right now. I know. We're going to do this together. So both legs are up. And what I want you to do is alternate right, left, right, left. 1, 2. 1 minute. Woo. Think of all the good things we're doing for our body here. We're squeezing the veins in the lower legs. I'm starting to get a little bit of a varicose vein, I noticed, on my left leg. So this really does help with that blood flow down there to keep from getting varicose veins, or not as bad, or spider veins. Not pretty. Oh my goodness. Can we make it 20 more seconds? Yes. It's burning. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees right into your chest. Woo. Now, if you feel comfortable doing this, you can stretch the top of both feet. So what you're going to do is cross your ankles. See if you can reach the top of your left foot with your right hand and the top of your right foot with your left hand. And just gently stretch the top of your feet this way. If you can't reach both feet, get one, and then after a couple breaths, do the other one. You can do this with your ankles crossed, or you can do this with your thighs crossed for cow face. But if you do that, then you have to do the other side as well. So we have time. I'm going to switch my legs and go the other direction. All right, if you need more stretch there, please take it. Otherwise, we're going to come into reclined butterfly. So the feet come together, the knees open, and just relax. Press that chair away a little bit. Now, for some reason this bothers your low back, then pick something different. that doesn't feel uncomfortable in your lumbar spine. You can actually sit up and do regular butterfly without doing it laying on your back. We're going to hold here 60 seconds. And just check and make sure you're not tightening your muscles here in your inner thighs. I don't want you to resist the stretch. Just let those muscles relax and surrender and let go.